Good morning, it's Anand here from Osho, Ireland, and today we are on the 55th meditation technique. And this particular technique is another self-remembering technique. And the instructions are, at the point of sleep, when the sleep has not yet come, and eternal wakefulness vanishes, at this point, being is revealed. So what is meant by this? Osho explains that at the point of when we are going to sleep and at the point of when we're waking but not fully awake, in terms of our being, there's this gap and there's this opportunity to connect with it. So I don't know if you've ever had this experience. You're lying in bed and you're in that sort of floating into that in-between state of sleep. You're not asleep, but you're not fully awake. You're just in this sort of weird hanging limbo state. And then the same when you wake up. You wake up, it's like your consciousness is coming awake, but you're not fully awake. So Osho says that in these 2 points within the 24-hour day, we're almost in like neutral gears. If we think of ourselves of like a car, you know, when you're moving from first to second or from third to fourth, you move through this neutral point. And it's this that he encourages us to look at in this point. He says how to do it, how to remember yourself or be aware of the gap between waking and sleeping. He says, while going to sleep, relax. Close your eyes, make the room dark. Just close your eyes and start waiting. The sleep is coming. Just wait, don't do anything. Just wait. Your body is relaxing, the body is becoming heavy. Feel it. Have the feeling of it. Sleep has its own mechanism. It starts working. Your waking consciousness is vanishing. Remember, because the moment will be very subtle and the moment will be atomic. If you miss, you miss. It is not a very long period, a single moment, a very small gap, and you will change from waking to sleep. Just wait, fully aware, go on waiting. This will take time. It takes at least 3 months. Only then can you have the glimpse one day of the moment which is just in the middle. So don't be in a hurry. You cannot do it just now. You cannot do it tonight. But you have to start and may have to wait for months. So what he says is that there's a gap and it's about noticing. So we can start tonight or tomorrow morning of just noticing that gap, and it's waiting. And he talks about that there's a happening between the gap and our consciousness, our awareness meeting, and we wait for that to happen. Now today, he also talks about another Sufi technique. So the Sufis used this, and they had another technique, and I thought we could try this today together just now. And the Sufis do this other technique before this being aware of the gap between waking and sleeping. And what it is, the technique is that you close your eyes and you visualize yourself falling into a deep well, dark, deep and bottomless. Just imagine falling into a deep well, falling and falling and falling. There is no bottom. You cannot reach to the bottom. The only time it stops is when you open your eyes to make it stop. So the Sufis did this well falling technique, as we'll call it, before doing this other technique of noticing the gap when you're waking and sleeping, or when you're about to wake or you're about to go to sleep. So we'll close our eyes for a moment, for a few minutes. Get comfortable. And And then visualize yourself. You're looking into a well. It's dark, it's deep, it's bottomless. And you fall in gently, just falling into it, dropping from sort of the lightness of the day above the well, going down into the darkness, going deeper and deeper and deeper. And just allowing yourself to fall into this deep, dark, bottomless well. And I'll ring the bells to bring us back into our consciousness 3 times. I'll ring the bells. So just enjoy the falling sensation. I'd encourage, that's the first time I actually did that well technique. It actually can encourage, if you feel drawn to this technique, to do the well technique, and then at night time when you're going to sleep or waking up, is to wait to notice the gap. There's a very deep surrendering feeling about falling into a bottomless well. It's quite powerless. For me anyway, it felt very powerless and a bit scary. Um, the word shunya is emptiness, and this is a real technique if you want to encounter your emptiness. And this, I feel, is what it's all about. And that it's perhaps not that scary after a while. Maybe it's just my imagination. It is my imagination. It's fear in my imagination. Or yeah, I could sit around here and try and guess, but I would very much encourage this. It's a wonderful surrendering technique, even if it is scary. You may not find it scary. I will say one final thing. For every technique or meditation that you do, it's your meditation, it's your experience, and what I may experience will be very, very different to what you experience. So it's always good to experiment these things on yourself. And that's the beauty of Tantra. It's very scientific, it's experiential. And it enables you to use that experience to get a deeper understanding into your own self and your own being, to be more authentic. So I will see you next Sunday at 11 a.m. and thank you very much for enjoying. I just seen a nice comment. Someone was just saying it was amazing for them. And I agree with her. Yeah, it's safe because it is bottomless. Yeah, nice comment. Thanks, Alex. So have a beautiful day, and I will see you next Sunday at 11 for the 56th technique. See what that brings us. Bye bye.